Hola, ¿cómo están mis estudiantes? Soy señor Riesel y en este video vamos a practicar con el imperfecto. El imperfecto, or the imperfect tense, is the second of two past tenses in Spanish. It's really easy to form and kind of fun to say. The trickiest part is deciding between the imperfect and the preterite tenses. You'll remember that the preterite tense is used to talk about one-time, completed actions in the past. They usually have specific time frames that could be marked on the timeline. The imperfect, on the other hand, is used to talk about repeated actions in the past or actions that did not have a specific or clear time frame. It can also be used to talk about time, date, weather, age, emotions, and to describe things in the past. Basically anything that's not a one-time completed action with a specific time frame. Let's do a quick comparison. The sentence, I went to the park yesterday, would use the preterite tense because it was a one-time action that occurred at a specific time. The sentence, I went to the park a lot, uses the imperfect because it was not a one-time occurrence. Here's a tip. Anytime you say or could say the words used to, we need to use the imperfect. Let's look at one more comparison. We ate ice cream. Nosotros comimos helado. Would use the preterite tense because it is likely a one-time action. We did this and then we were done. The sentence, we used to eat ice cream, implies a repeated or habitual action in the past. Nosotros comíamos helado. Certain words and phrases indicate the need for the imperfect. Look out for the expressions such as siempre, always, todos los días, every day, a veces, sometimes, frecuentemente, frequently. These all indicate that the action occurred more than once, and there's many more. Here's how you would conjugate regular verbs in the imperfect. There are only 3 irregular verbs in this tense. I told you it was easy to form. For regular AR verbs, simply drop the AR ending from the infinitive and replace it with the appropriate imperfect ending based on your subject. The verb trabajar, for example, is a regular verb. Notice the accent mark on the nosotros form. Also note that the yo and el, ella, usted forms have the same endings. Yo trabajaba. Tú trabajabas. Él trabajaba. Nosotros trabajábamos. Vosotros trabajabais. Ellos trabajaban. Like the preterite tense, ER and IR verbs share the same set of endings. All of these forms require accent marks, which of course affect the pronunciation, so be careful. Also, like AR verbs, the yo and el, ella, usted forms are the same. Watch and listen carefully as we look at the regular verbs beber and vivir. Yo bebía. Yo vivía. Tú bebías. Tú vivías. Él bebía. Él vivía. Nosotros bebíamos. Nosotros vivíamos. Vosotros bebíais. Vosotros vivíais. Ellos bebían. Ellos vivían. I know those verbs sound similar, but take note of how they're different with the stem, the E versus the I, and those endings. One's an ER verb, one is an IR verb. As always, clase, practice makes proficient. Take some time to practice saying these conjugations aloud. Rewatch this video as many times as you need to. You'll find many other practice resources on my website, as well as information on the irregular, imperfect verbs, and examples of using the imperfect to talk about age, time, weather, and descriptions. Please bring any questions you may have to class, and of course, muchas gracias y hasta el próximo video.
Created using Powtoon.